I think I find with a lot of our clients, I talk to them and ask them, have they got a business plan? And frequently they'll say no, they haven't, or that it's in their head. And for a lot of them, I'll ask, well, why don't you have one? And they just find it really overwhelming. They don't know how to structure it into manageable points. And I know that's what you're great at doing, Adam, isn't it? Is helping them structure that.
Yeah, it is really stripping it back to the very beginning of why you're running a business. What are you trying to achieve? And then looking at your internal processes. And basically, I always liken a business plan to a rudder on a ship. You know, you set the trajectory or you change the angle slightly, and the ship 1,000 miles later is going to go in a completely different direction or end in a different port to where you've intended it to be. But always remembering where you started off the journey, and then angling every so often to a new course with the goal of where you're going to get. That's ultimately what a business plan is. And it's not just the business owner, it's the team, the business on a whole.
I think the fact is a business plan starts with goals. Without goals, you have nowhere to aim for.
100%.
The goals lead to the strategies, and you put the financials in as well. Yeah. And that is your business plan. Once we know those three things are in place, we know we have a way that we can go, which is just incredibly important. It's a roadmap, essentially. You could do it like a roadmap, and these are my achievements. And I'll be honest, there are very few businesses we work with who have a business plan that don't succeed because they know where they're going. The other thing we must remember, they have to be realistic and achievable, because it's all well and good going, right, last year I made £12,000. This year I'm going to make £1 million. If you've got the right strategies and it's realistic, great. But, we have to be realistic about it and think that, we have to have data behind our decisions. And again, using an accountant, fantastic way of getting that data. Without a business plan, without that roadmap, you really don't know where you're going. So I know I do it quite often, but Lucy, go on, give us the most important thing about a business plan.
I think the most important thing about a business plan is starting with your personal goals and ensuring the business plan gets you there effectively.
Great. Edith?
For me, the most important thing about a business plan is holding yourself accountable to it. Make sure you're monitoring every decision you're making is aligning with that business plan. And if it's not, why isn't it?
And for me, it's helping clients understand it's not a scary process. It's stripping things back, and it is building something new, and building something that you can be proud of, you can work towards. It's constantly evolving, and it aligns to how you want to run your business.
I think I'm very similar to Edith here in the fact is the most important thing for a business plan is to follow it. Don't let it sit on a shelf getting dusty, which is why I say a piece of paper you can stick on the wall is perfect. It doesn't have to be that 40-page document that you have to flick through to find things. Obviously, if anyone is interested in business plans, even if they just want, an example, a one-page example, please get in touch so that we can send it through to them, which would be absolutely perfect. But yeah, business plans, so important.